Shalom guys, I hope that you are doing fabulous. Thanks for joining for a general reading. So if you are returning, welcome back. And if you're brand new, my name is Shannon and I'm glad to have you. And my channel looks at a lot of criminal activity most of the time. So just buckle up because it can get very intense here on this channel. We don't hold back. We just let the great divine speak what he wants to. I'm just very spiritual on my channel. I am not churchy or religious. I could come across that way real heavy because the scripture is found in the tarot. I do have a Hebraic descent. I do keep all 10 of the commandments. It is honored here on my channel. I refer to the great divine by his scriptural name, which is Jehovah Elohim. And people call him the universe, but I call him by his scriptural name, and I honor him by that. He's got many names about him, actually. But anyway, I am not ashamed of Jehovah, nor am I ashamed of his son that walked among us in the flesh. I kiss him as the scripture tells us to, or he gets angry with us. I love Yeshua, and Jehovah is Yeshua, which Yeshua is salvation. There is no salvation outside of the Father. And so this is who I am on my channel. So if you stay, you stay. If you don't, then I guess you don't. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get in here and see what's going on. I think I want to take a rune for the overall energy. Jehovah, just come on in here and prophesy whatever we need to know and understand or bypass or continue in. I just thank you for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I thank you that you are an Elohim of war, to finish war that has been started by wicked energies, and you cast it out far from you. What do you want to bring out here, Jehovah? I got two that came up. We had the letter T, or the T-was, which is about honoring and having power and drive and hitting a target. It's victory and clarity over something. Things could have been plotted around you. This is kind of like a intrigue thwarted type of a rune when it comes out. But there's some type of a truth around something that has been plotted where evil is now going to be avoided. And this is about, you know, being aware of envy and revenge and malice and stuff like that. That stupid, nasty energy. So there's truth here about something. And then we have the Othelia, which is the letter O. So the T-O, the 2. Maybe the number 2 is prevalent for you within something. This is about home and assets and inheritance and family and traditions and learning from the past. It's a good luck rune. All right, well, if you're hitting the target within some ordeal and you're getting some good luck within something here, then that's great. Then there's some luck out here for somebody. Thank you, Jehovah. And OT is Ot. Obviously, there's been some Ot in somebody's heart because somebody plotted some stupid there, and there was some revenge around it. So whatever that has been, Jehovah, you just go ahead and prophesy and tell us what we need to know and understand, what needs to be bypassed, what's coming out of this further, what do we need to know about it. Thank you. We have the temperance, the letter N would be here. So if you are new, this is the letter Nun in the Hebraic language that's found here in the tarot. This can be like a reconciliation. Obviously in the tarot it is. The 9th house is here. There's also luck energy with the 9th house. This can be the husband. Okay, so if you've got, you know, marriages and things like that, and somebody, you know, plotted something, if you went through something legal, the 9th house also go back to legal matters as well, then something's here. This could be travel energy, spiritual energy with teachers or something like that. Some type of a reconciliation. But the letter Nun in the Hebrew is a river, is heirs to kingdom, salvation. Inheritance would also be with this in the Hebrew, since we have inheritance with the other rune that came out as well. So we do have fortune then that would be here with this house. But there's some type of higher mind going off within somebody to get some type of clarity and to honor some truth within some ordeal. So we're going to talk about being balanced here. All right. So Jehovah, you just cut the rest of these cards here. We have loyalty situations that are here. So somebody wasn't loyal I did a reading yesterday, and somebody returned. The energy was like somebody returned just to get revenge, and so somebody lied about the return itself, and somebody has some type of clarity because somebody plotted something, and that's here. Okay, there was water energy that did come out in that reading, in a boat and things like that. Since the river is here for some of you all, then I'm still speaking to people that are connected to that energy. But loyalty situations, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Inheritances is really coming out both these cards and with that rune. Something about somebody's inheritance. If somebody's stolen something, there's law involved in some ordeal, then that's here. The word ton is here. Okay, so something's a ton of something here. That's huge. Somebody, if you're dealing with balancing situations, and we've got cups being mixed, and today we literally had cups in my first reading, and my second reading Jehovah brought out a mixture with liquor and wine and stuff like that. And if somebody's just a real big drinker and they just drink tons of something, or there's tons of assets and tons of money that was connected to inheritances and stuff like that, and somebody's taking revenge and went and looted on somebody within some ordeal. Somebody had like a pot of gold waiting for them. Jehovah stated he was going to give 1,000-fold back to some people that have been looted on and stuff like that. Some type of truth is here, and there's a ton of something that is showing up here within some ordeal. The Nine of Pentacles is high discernment. This is a single person, so somebody, this can represent the husband. Again, somebody tried to reconcile something went out of that was nasty energy, and there was op there and a ton of it. Somebody has some higher mind of what's taken place, and the truth is here with this card, and high discernment is here. So, this very fruitful energy with the Nine of Pentacles coming out. It's also one of the lower versions of the Empress as well. And the Empress in the deck is the letter Gimel in the Hebrew, and that represents rich energy. So there is a ton of money and assets and stuff like that out here. We also have Tennessee out here with the T and the N coming out. At the top of the mind, we have the Fool. So we have the Tav in the Hebrew. Somebody's foolish. It's known somebody's foolish. The Tav is signing something. So we have two T connections here. We've got somebody who has done something or traveled somewhere. This is I know something with the 11th house. I know what was signed. I know what was marked out. I know where you traveled to, because that is a traveling card with aviation with that house. Travel is here as well. So somebody did something that's known about, and something was very foolish about it as well. The outcome is departure of something, or I'm out of here. Okay, especially if somebody knows that something's happened. This is a player. Oh, I want to come in and love on you, but I'm a player. I'm in and I'm out. Okay, well, somebody knows something about some type of ton of money or a ton of something. Somebody got some type of, I'm in revenge and I'm in envy over some stupidness. Then something's here. Let's go another round. The home is here. Something happened at a celebration, possibly so. We've got competition back here around some strifeful situation around the home, around somebody's husband, around all this money, around the travel trip, around what was signed. This is, I'm in some type of competition here. Okay, well, somebody was, fighting for some person that was supposed to be loyal. Then something's here with that. There's strife. The Four of Pentacles is, so somebody does have something. They're hanging on with all they have. This is a greed. Somebody knows somebody signed something that they shouldn't have, and it was foolish, and they've just been greedy for gain. We've got the moon up here, and so that goes back to your home as well. We got the Four of Wands, which is the moon as well with your, or which goes back to your home. A deception is here around some ordeal, and somebody's hung on to something and hanging on to it, trying to secure some ordeal. If somebody got thrown out, we do know that the Nine of Pentacles can be a segregation card. I throw you out, I use you. Okay, because I know there's a ton of something here, and you got high discernment, and the higher mind's going off, and something like that, but something's foolish within that. Somebody's hit the target somewhere, and they know about it. Okay, so there's law here, and the Knight in Shining Armor is a law card as well, but at the same time, that's love and romance, and somebody thinks there's some type of competition back here. Maybe there was, if somebody is single and went through divorce divorce and something's happened, possibly. This somebody's known that is fair. This is a fair person, or somebody's dreamy or something like that. We have knights showing here within this reading. So the Hermit, there's a Judgment here. So we have T connections. T, T, T. T, do you want some tea? Did somebody do something that was nasty? Probably. The Tet represents, which is the Hermit. So again, if you are new, I'm giving Hebraic language out here, the living language with the scripture. And the Tet is a snake in the basket. I'm trying to catch you up. I'm trying to store you down in clay because there's something filthy here. We got business here. We have older people here. So these two cards go back to the 6th house. Okay, there's a physician here. There's a tax collector. There's money here with the Hermit, since it does go back to some type of business. But this is somebody who analyzes something. They got high discernment about somebody who's playing somebody. So the Tet is the snake in the basket, represents something filthy that's going on, and somebody's had to go within and taste words to discern something. It's a judgment card. Somebody judging somebody within some playing mode, because it's known somebody's a fool up here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we also have the Queen of Wands. If that Queen of Wands is not in the upright, she's a slut. Okay, if that's what that is right there, then there's a slut here. Otherwise, somebody's very spiritual with this Queen of Wands, and I will smite you because I know what's going on. I've got a higher mind about something that's been plotted, and some ought has been sowed back here, and it was filthy, and you stole my inheritance. You did something with my assets, with my family, and I'm going to get good luck out of this thing because I'm standing the truth and I know what you've done. Okay, so it is known, it's been analyzed, it's been perceived. There's going to be some type of victory here over some type of intrigues that have been plotted, because that rune is here. I also want to go ahead and take from my homemade deck here. Just know that there's a judgment here. Jehovah, you just tell it. We have something about 1 month, or something about 1 month ago. Something took place for some of you all. If you're doing somebody's in the spotlight, the Queen of Wands can represent somebody who might be known as well. We have something about a movie theater or a cinema, or maybe something went down in a cinema or something like that while you were visiting, or maybe on a date, since a single person is showing up here, and something got looted within some ordeal and somebody returned to your home, and it's known about stupid fool and all that stupidness. Anyway, behold, Yah Jehovah will come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. Again, we have some type of a judgment here. We have a judge. Okay, the Hermit can represent a judge. Somebody putting a judgment on something here. Somebody slept with law enforcement to get some type of access. Well, we've got technology that goes back to the 11th house. Okay, and that's somebody got in on somebody's device then, or got some type of access within some situation, and they've looted on somebody, and that's unethical, and you're going to go straight to the pit for doing some stupidness. There's a fire and a burning energy, and somebody's kindled with anger. Well, of course, and the word foolish is here, and it was foolish for somebody to think that it's known. Again, I know. And this goes back to technology, and this is a law card, and somebody slept with law enforcement to get some type of access to something. To what? Something here. You know, we've got money situations going on. Okay, we got assets, we got all kinds of stuff. So whatever that is, Jehovah is showing that there's a foolish behavior here, and somebody's been brutish. It's written on this card. You can't talk to a fool. You just can't. If you're doing somebody from the south, then you're doing somebody from the south. The word for south is spelled D-R-M in the Hebrew. If you're doing somebody who plays drums, then that would make the phonics of a drum. So there's music here, which we already know about it. All who call upon Jehovah shall be saved, because Jehovah is Yeshua, which is salvation. Scornful men bring a whole city into a snare, but a wise person will turn away the wrath. Well, the Hermit is somebody who's wise. He would catch the snake. Somebody knows somebody's a stupid fool, and they've just done some stupidness, and it's caused the whole city now to be in some type of a stupid strife here. Somebody gonna be pounced on really big and bad. We've got some type of pouncing. Well, we've got strife here and some ordeal. All right, well, I guess it is what it is. Jehovah says his arm is fixing to come and burn somebody up. Somebody going to get rewarded. And we know what the reward is. It's a burning according to Scripture. Some fool is going to get burned now for what they did because they're filthy, hanging on to some stupidness. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be like a person of witchcraft, stubbornness. I'm greedy. Stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft. Jehovah stated yesterday that there was a witch that performed spells on people. When I turned the camera off yesterday, a couple hours later, I sit down and I pulled some cards out of my homemade deck, and Jehovah brought the words, thus saith Jehovah, Jehovah's going to burn a witch today. And it came out. So we had two different cards talking about witch energy. You open up yourself when you sit here and I'm greedy for gain and I'm at the root of all evil because I want your money. I'll do anything to sleep with law enforcement, even to get in here and do some ordeal. We're dealing with FBI energies then. This would be the hermit is a disguise then, okay? FBI got some type of access to get onto your phone and stuff like that. Well, I guess that they opened themselves, and that was foolish, and they just lost their own job for doing something like that. And then they had to sit there and greed, and then they opened realms up and for a whole city to come into a snare. We don't care about you, okay? Either you're going to get up and you're going to do the right thing and you're going to get victory over this, or you're the profane, and here comes Jehovah. He is going to come with his strong right hand. He's going to burn you for being so brutish to somebody in their in their right to have what was theirs. Hope that made sense. Makes me mad. People just do some stupidness like that. People think, I'm God, I'll do what I want. No, you won't do what you want. No, you won't. Okay? We have a lover here. Again, you're dealing with, somebody plays music. We have somebody, strumming a guitar and stuff like that as well. So we know that there is a group involved. There's a group right here. We already know about that in my case. But this also goes back to some type of a relationship. It's a lover card. So if somebody did have an affair, then they did, because it's an affair card as well in the negative of that. Something really got filthy out of the ordeal, I guess. There's something that's been constantly going on and on and on and on and on. It's time for it to freaking stop now, okay? This is a positive light when it does change. We have a judgment here. We have a departure. Somebody is going to depart because Jehovah's going to make sure. We got freaks out here. We got fool. They're crazy. Yes, there was gifts that were left within some ordeal, or somebody's taken something or took gifts for a love affair to get in here to do something with somebody's technology and everything else. We also have a scholar here, and the scholar goes back to somebody who you can go to and get advice, and wisdom is here. We got wisdom here as well. And so somebody trying to figure out, how can I get in there to get back at somebody because they got assets and things that I want, because I'm at the root of all evil, and I'm going to open up realms of witchcraft and do some stupid and even bring this whole city down. And Jehovah said, yeah, and I'll burn it to the ground after I get done with it, because you're scornful and you become nothing but filthy and dirty, and I'm going to catch that snake now, and I'm going to crush it to the ground, because Jehovah's bringing a word out that somebody's going to be pounced for what they've done. All right, well, people, this is huge energy what's coming out, but it is what it is. Let Jehovah Elohim speak on. He is judging. So we got, if you're dealing with the family of T's, that's more prominent out here than anything, okay? But there's been out here in a very big way, or something about Tennessee would also be out here, or just any person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name. The T's and the O and an N is out here. And we do have a spider here, and the internet web is showing up here, and a lizard is also here. Again, the word lizard can go back to something that is very perverse. There's something perverse out here. This is filthy, dirty, nasty. I'm trying to catch you up in a basket because I've plotted something, and I've got aught in my heart because of something that went down, or something like that. So, the spider is at your heel, and you get to stomp on it because Jehovah says so, okay? Somebody turning in fear. Well, they should turn in fear, because they're fixing to be pounced on by the great one for what they did. They're going to burn now. The dragon gets burned. The lizard gets burned. The stupid spider gets healed by the heel of the one who's got the power to do that, and that's Jehovah. Okay, he's fixing to judge somebody real big. There's been a cover-up and a concealing of something. Yes, there had, okay, and a hidden app on the internet, secret money and lots of fortune. Yes, so we have the internet out here twice. Like I said, they got into FBI law enforcement and slept with them. We got slut out here, and this person's fixing to depart. They're going to get the whole group or whoever. If you ain't gonna fix your part of it, you're gonna burn yourself. Okay, it's time to get up and depart from some nasty, filthy stupidness. We have ceasing energy. We already know some people died over the ordeal. This is what come out. Till next time, shalom.